afternoon, everyone. It's Sheila here in Boho Daydreams, and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Monday and that your weekend was amazing. We had a wonderful weekend. The weather was so nice and hot. It was just so much fun. Took the dogs to the river. My girlfriends took them to the river, let them swim a little bit, and we came home and they've just been happy, happy, happy. So what I have here, and you've probably seen a little sneak preview of it already in one of the videos that Sally and I had up this weekend. These are the Amour Velvet Packages kit. And you've already kind of peeked at them, but I'm just going to go over them now so they can have a video of their own so you can see them better. So there's some reds, some corals, and some pinks, some turquoises, some aquas, and then some raisin. And I'm just going to go over the red with you. Excuse my hands and my arms. So this is the red package. And each package comes with two different velvet ribbon colors. It comes with the seam binding, the silk ribbon, and the velvet package itself. And then there's some bead dangles. And these packages are all hand dyed by Sally and I. Some of them are dyed several times over for intensity so that they just pop. So this is part of the kit. Then we also add to that the digital kit. So this package comes with a digital kit which will be emailed to you by Sally. So you'll just need to provide your email address and then Sally will send that to you and you'll print that out yourself. So I'm going to try and make this as noiseless as possible because this camera seems to pick up every little bit of noise. So you have your flowers, then you have a letter, a love letter that has its envelope. And this is dated, this has a stamp date on it of 1915. Then you have some documents, very old documents. Look at the script on that. Isn't that pretty? I saw when I was in Canada, my grandpa, his journal entries and his writing looks just like that, only neater. It's amazing. I asked my aunt if she would have some duplicated for me so that I can have some of his papers. They're just so beautiful. His writing was unbelievable. There's some music. There's some shorthand and some little journal entries and some old paper. This is a museum map, the Louvre. The map, and then there's I believe that's the map of France. Very, very old map of France. Comes from one of our antique books. And then there is some really fun type of papers, and these come from some diaries, journal diaries that I found at an estate sale. And it was from a family, including their 8-year-old son, who also journaled when he was already 8 years old. Amazing. Some French papers. The French influence of Amour and Romeo and Juliet. This is a sheet of paper that has the washi tape strips on it. I printed it out on cream cardstock so that you could see what it looks like when it's printed on the translucent paper. You can't really see it very well when I'm videoing, so I just printed it on cardstock. And then there's a few other pieces, old documents and fun stuff to use as you wish in your journals. You probably remember some of these pieces from the Amour that you saw in a previous video. So then you'll also get your front and back cover and your spines. And they coordinate with your package. So this is antique wallpaper. This is just old wallpaper. This is just beautiful wallpaper, but it is not, it's not old, it's more current. This is beautiful. This is vintage. It's very old, but it's not antique. And this is also very old, but is not antique. So those are your coordinated wallpapers. So I'm just going to put these aside. Then there is also a bunch of little goodies that we have in a package that looks like this. And there's just some fun things in here. Oh, I kind of spilt them a bit. So you probably noticed in the journal some of these pieces. So here's a vintage slide that we took apart and we used it in the journal. And this is, you'll probably remember, this is the piece that had the XOX embroidered into it. Then this is what the washi tape looks like. There's just a little piece of this so that you can kind of decorate the corners or wherever with this. You just need to glue it on. We didn't back it with the sticky. Let's see. There's a piece of antique braille. Isn't that gorgeous? I found that while I was in Canada, so you won't have seen that in the journal, the Amour journal, because I didn't have it. There's the fairy postcard. Just some random pieces of embossed bits so that you can rip them up and just add them where you wish. This kit was a lot of work to put together because there was a lot of cutting and whatnot involved. And then there's an antique letter, and this one here is dated 1915, and then it has your letter inside. And you can do with this what you want. If you want to photocopy it or you want to rip it up or whatever, you're welcome to it. So that is what our package consists of. We hope that you enjoy it as much as we did creating it. And when you do create your journals, please show us. We'd more than just love to see what you have done with this package. Anyway, we are going to show pictures of this in the Facebook group. Sorry, I just had a little mind blip there. The Facebook group, they're not going into Etsy because you save more money if we keep them outside of Etsy. So you can just email us, message us, however, just connect with us through the group, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. Have a good week. Bye.